Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Segal number 15 SE15309. This is a half-inch thick deadlock shim plate in a brushed brass type finish. Why might you need a shim? Well, you might need to build the lock body off the face of the door. Maybe you have a frame condition on the locked or lock side of the door that you would be beneficial for you to move that lock off the face of the door, by that dimension, half-inch. Perhaps you have a unusual cylinder that needs to go through the door, combined with the potential for an unusual door thickness as well that would suit you moving it back. Maybe you have an extremely long interchangeable core rim cylinder, a 7-pin removable core. The cylinder face must be flush with the face of the door as much as possible, and you have a door thickness that, not saying that this is where it would be used, but let's say the door was 1 3/4 thick, but you could not fit the entire cylinder through the thickness of the door and have it work properly with a flush condition. Or maybe you have a thin door, would be another reason. Maybe you have an 1 3/8 door and you want to build that lock body off the face of the door. Okay. Now let's take some dimensional properties of this item. Okay, so you're going to have an overall height of the shim plate, about 3 3/16, then overall width of it, about 3 5/8. Half-inch is the dimension that they're giving, and this will have about a 11/16 overall thickness because that lock body is going to sit slightly flush into the shim case itself. Then you've got 1.54 inch here, that 3/16 to bring you down to a net half-inch thickness. So that lock body is going to fit into that rim or that shoulder that's there. You've got this little notch here to allow the projection of the little tab for the shutter guard to stick out and through. Okay, if you are familiar with a Segal lock, you'll know that shutter guard that is there. And bronze material and that brushed brass type finish. Okay, this name Segal lock is quite synonymous with surface mount. It is the name associated with surface mount deadbolts. And there is a link below this video to a document called installation instructions, or just instructions. Those really relate to the entire lock assembly. And the shim, no significant information is given on its use from the company that owns the name Segal, which is Primeline, who is a name synonymous with a countless number of diverse, generally residential caliber building products. But where you're going to use that half-inch shim will be based on a variety of different potential scenarios, most likely what had been mentioned earlier. And where you need it, why you need it, might simply be irrelevant. The fact that you need it is all that matters, and this is what it looks like, this is where it's used, and this is the description of the item. So if you have any questions on the Segal SE15309 half-inch deadlock shim or any other Segal product, please feel free to reach out to us.